Hello, this is Professor Chicagoalmose, and as you can see, I'm just another talking head. Just that a little bit. I'd like to talk today about Guantanamo. This is an issue the country has a problem with, and I'd like to offer some solutions. And maybe I shouldn't be just a talking head. I want a talking head with a body. The problem is what to do with the prisoners. In the past, we've released some of them, and they came back and became terrorists. So we absolutely don't want to do that again. We're also concerned about human rights and the rights of the prisoners, and we got an issue with Obama's ideas and Congress, which has voted against closing it until there's a clear plan. Well, here's the problem. There's the right thing to do, there's the most efficient thing to do, and then there's the thing to do in terms of other problems like public relations. So that's what makes the problem so difficult. So let me simplify it so it won't be so difficult. Number one, you got to close Guantanamo. Even though it's a good place for a lot of the prisoners, and even though it's efficient and effective in doing what it needs to do, the public relations around the world dictates that we need to close it. If we don't close it, Obama's credibility in terms of being a good guy and a peacemaker won't be as strong. And we need that to be strong in order to defuse the hostility against Americans internationally. So it's got to be closed, and we just need to do it. Next problem, what to do with the prisoners. I firmly believe that if prisoners were gathered up in time of war for doing anti-American activities, they don't have the same rights as a citizen who's living in the United States. They don't have those rights. So we should have special courts that deal with that situation. Some of the guys, there's evidence that they would do harm to the United States if they were let go, yet we don't have enough legal evidence to try them in a case and convict them. We need to have different standards. So the question again is where to put them and what should the standards be. Well, I think temporarily we should put them on a ship. We should have a prison ship. Okay? And this prison ship should not be publicized anymore, or publicized so much like Guantanamo. I mean, there's a lot of things going on around the world we don't know about because they're not publicized. So we need to just do that. Put these prisoners in a ship, take our time, evaluate each one. The ones that are not going to be a threat to the United States, we should let loose, but not in the United States. We don't want any of these guys in the United States. I heard that if they were to mix with the gangbangers might become terrorists. It's possible. They might exchange ideas. We don't want that to happen. So we don't want to put them in prisons. We don't want to say that they're the same as American prisoners because they're not. And they shouldn't have the same rights. So we put them on a ship, and we take our time to be fair with these guys. And the ones that we can release, we release back to wherever we decide. And as long as they're not a threat. In terms of punishing them, I mean, I don't think that's a good idea. In terms of waterboarding them and getting more information, we should live up to the standards that Obama set forth. We should not waterboard. We should not torture. Unless in the rare case where somebody clearly has information that is very important in saving lives, then we need to maybe give them truth serum drugs or something. And find a different way that wouldn't be considered torture. So that's it. In terms of Guantanamo, we're becoming friends with Cuba. I don't know in terms of the strategic value of the bases there. I imagine there is some. Well, let's open up a Cuban-American resort and have some gambling, have some dancing, eat good food, and that could be the first step in Americans going to Cuba. That's a good idea to do with the property. That's it.